Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do this little page here in Linda Ravenscroft book. It's called The Hedgeling, and the book we're working in, where's the cover? There we go. It's book number 4. Linda Ravenscroft Fairy and Fantasy Art Painting and Coloring book number 4. Really beautiful paper, 300 GSM paper for professional artist finishing. It's really thick. I'm going to do it with, of course, distress ink to start with, and then some pencils. I'm going to do some changes on the page, so we're going to be doing that with my little eraser. My half matte electric eraser. It's rechargeable. It's got a little plug that goes in the back, and this thing lasts forever on its charge. We're going to erase some of the black lines. So I'm going to get down and show you how we do that. So hold on a second. Okay, for any lines that are too dark in here that we don't want, make sure your eraser tip is clean. I used it on something else, so there we go. This shadow line here. I'll take most of that out. I'll leave a little bit. But it really doesn't need to be that dark because we all know that there's a little line there, so don't want it to be too dark. There's a little interface here. I know where her cheek is. Leaving her freckles because they're adorable. Little spot down here. Just going to lighten it up a little bit. And I know where her lip line is, and I may want to adjust this one, so I'm going to take that one out just to give her a softer lip so it doesn't have to go up as high. Gonna lighten right in here in her eyes. Okay, I'm gonna put a little line there and give her hair just a little more whimsical look. And in there, okay. She's got a cute little ears. Her hair comes down here. I'm gonna lighten it right in here a little bit, just so we know where the branches and the hair starts, the leaves. Some of these berries are a little too dark for much color, so I'm going to lighten those up a little bit. Do a little of that in there. I'm also going to take some of this line out that's over here to make it less of an oval. I understand why it's an oval, but I'm going to take it out. There. It's not much. You just want to loosen up some of those really heavy lines. So in case I want to bring that color all the way out, I can without that showing up. Okay. Getting a little black on that. There we go. And we're running out of a tip here, so we have to pull it out. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I just prefer not to have some of those lines when I'm doing my inking. And I want the opportunity, if I want, to go out of the area here that she has put in. I don't know if I can get rid of that whole line there, but it's okay. We'll just get rid of the one on the top. We can leave this one down here at the bottom. We have our signature here. If we want to lighten up any of these, now is the time to do that too. There we go. Okay. Give it a rub because that will put down little fuzzies on this paper too. And since we're going to ink it, we want to have those gone. Just going to take a little more of that up out of that shoulder. There we go. Okay. Cool. All right, then we're going to work a little bit on her. I'm trying to think if I have to do her in pencil, because distress ink, we don't have a whole bunch of distress ink colors unless we're going to do her in blue, which wouldn't look terrible. Could do her in blue and purple and brown. Blue, purple, and brown. Sounds good. Hold on. Okay. For blue, we have out chip fat, sapphire, and broken china, dark light. Purple, shaded lilac, and dusty Concord, dark light. Browns, I have variated. I got vintage photo, brush corduroy, and tea dye. We're going to work on her, not the background yet. Background will come later, and I will tape it off so we'll have a border. Okay, so let's see. We have two blues. We have, I don't know what color that is. Looks like it'd be a dark blue and a light blue. So we're going to go in with broken china. We're going to kind of do her in the blue, I think. Okay. So I got a lighter blue too. Salty Ocean. It's probably the lightest blue. I don't know if I have a scrap piece of paper around here. This might work. So it's this really light color here. And then I'll show you what the other colors are. It's just a lighter color. I'm going to start off by highlighting some areas here. It's her cheek. Chin, side of her nose here, under her eye, up in her hair, ear, and of course that shoulder. Just make it a real light blue. Come in with the darker blues. Okay. Come in with the broken china. I don't know if I can even leave this anywhere so you can see what color it is, because the lid will transfer color over there. There. Broken china. I'm going to use the same little pad. Pull in some. It's going to be a little darker color. Lay it right down on that color that we already put on there. Sorry if you can hear my kitty. Okay. I'm going to bring in some of the chip sapphire. I'm going to change inking things for that though. This is a really darker blue. Very, very lightly. Okay, then I'm going to throw in a tiny bit of purple in her face, just to bring in some purple because we will be putting it in a little later. Get some of that color out and pick up some purple. So we'll put a little purple up here. Put it around her eye a little bit. Just kind of going under her eye. I'm using just the corner of that. And then just slightly bringing it in very lightly. Put a little up here in her hair. Just a little on there. Okay, we'll bring in again the lightest blue. We'll take some of that off of there. Okay, back to the light. There we go. Cute little face. All right. I'm going to take some of this down into the wing here. Still the same, salty ocean. Just going to go where it's dark and pull some of that up. Okay, just have a little bit of blue down there. Oh heck, we'll throw some blue in these berries. There. It's just there. All right. Okay, we'll bring in a little of the shaded lilac here. Get the lid off. Cover a little bit here. It's a very light kind of purpley color. So I'm going to throw a little of that in the wings too. Mix that up with that light blue. I could be better off using a bigger tool for that. We're going to put it in the color down here, whatever this fluff is, because we can go into purple from there. and pull it up into the hair a little bit. And into those berries and the fluff around here. Not sure what the fluff is, but there's some fluff. Alright. Gonna get a bigger tool for that. Still only using a little bit of that and using it like you're drawing with it. Very lightly. Okay. Clunk, clunk. Sorry. Here we go with the Dusty Concord, which is a darker purple. We're going to go on the other side of this. And we will take a little in here, starting at the black and pulling it up. If you go in real soft, you can put a few layers on here and it'll darken up on its own. So you don't have to go in really dark if you don't want to. We're going to add some dark blue into that too. Let's see. There. Okay, to add the dark brown, we're just going to go right in, or the blue, oh, brown, we're going to add brown in there too. Didn't I have a dark blue one out here? We're going to go in with the chip sapphire, just to add a little bit of blue in that. Just running it on one side of that little tool and using that as a drag point. There. Okay. Browns. We have twigs, we have leaves, we have feathers. I'm not sure where any of that comes from. I'm going to pull a green too. Let me see what I have. Forest moss is a good one. It's green for the leaves when we get there. Let's start off with the tea dye color. Pull a little of this down in here. Very light first, then we can push down a little darker when we get to the edges. Okay, I'm going to go around down there and then we'll pull it some up here. Put it in the feathers. Throw a little of that in her eyes. Okay. Going with the brushed corduroy. A little bit darker color. Sorry. And up at the top, we're just going to add it into some of those feathers. And a little bit of the leaf area. Okay. Kind of liking that. We have a little bit of vintage photo we'll bring in. I'm going to use a big tool for that. We're just going to add it very softly down in that area. Okay, then the moss green, wherever I put that. I can add that up into the leaves. It's a pretty dark green. And we'll pull some of that down in here. I'll throw a little of that in her eyes too. Okay, I'm going to get some pencils out, do some detail work, and then we'll do a background. Hold on a minute. Okay, Polychromos. We got out black Van-Dyck-Brown, a dark blue, which is Prussian blue, a light blue, which is light cobalt turquoise. Purples, we got out a light magenta and a purple violet. Greens, I pulled out chrome, oxide green, and a light green. So in any of your pencil sets, you just pull out a dark green, a light green, a dark purple, light purple. dark blue, you know, etc. So we're going to add a little bit of the, what is that, purple violet here. Just to darken up some areas here. The light magenta. Okay. Let's see, the blue, very light blue. It's the cobalt turquoise. A little in her eyes there. The whites of her eyes. And down here just to make it less patchy. Okay, the darker blue, Persian blue. And let's accent these little guys down here in the shadows. I'm going to bring a little white. I got a little too much brown in there. Okay, I can probably erase it out. I want that kind of a bluer color there. With her eyes, we're going to go ahead and go in with the chrome oxide green. And then the light green, which is light green. Remember, that's on top of purple. to go through the leaves and add some light green on one side of them, just to give it a highlight, or color in any areas that we missed or any leaves we missed, because you know me, I miss all the leaves. Can add a little color on these little ones out here. Not sure if those are leaves that are falling or what there, but we'll just throw some leaves out in this area. A little bit of green. Okay, we brought in the brown. Brown is the Van-Dyck-Brown, so we're just going to darken these areas here. And in our feathers. Then we're going to go over our branches. We don't want them to look too black, so we're going to throw some brown into them. If you want, you can bring some other little twigs out on it. Okay, same thing at the top. Okay. Then we have to bring in some purple into these berries. And I missed a whole complete leaf there. Green leaf. Purple berries. A little extra dark purple into her hair. And we'll throw some of that pink in there too, which is not really pink, but we'll put it in. see. I'm going to add some black in here into her eyes. Okay, throw in a white into those eyes too, so she doesn't look so. Okay, I'm going to throw a little bit black right down here. A little bit bigger eyebrow. Anywhere you want it just a little deeper. Wings I don't. Pull some of that hair down. Okay, let's see. I have to do a background, so I'm trying not to put too much color where I don't want it. We're going to pull some of this darker green up. Okay, a little bit of the blue. A little bit of the purple. Okay, the stuff going down the branches is probably like a moss. Well, I'm going to make it a moss because I'm going to do it in green. So I'm going to pull those down. Okay, pull out a white pencil. I'm going to use a Prisma white. go in these white areas. I might do that. So highlight after I do the inking. It should be a little browner. It's going right into that tree. Okay. Yep, and I'm going to put a border around here and ink it. Hold on a minute. Okay, what I did is I just used sticky notes and I went around the edges where I don't want to have ink, so I have a white edge on this side. I'm only going to go down to probably her wing. I might go in this area, I'm not sure. And I went across the top and just down to this side, so it's kind of going to fade this way because we want to keep the bottom down here. We're going to go in with the blues, if I can find them, blues and purples. Because we have green up here, so blue and purple will work up here, and we have enough of the colors down there, and this will bring in the color for her face. So we're just going to go in with the 3 blues. I've got the salty ocean here first. I'm going to work up in the corner, go on the outside, and bring the color in. Okay. Because this paper is really thick, you can put a lot of layers on it. And I'm not going to care if I have little lines in here. I mean, you don't have to be really precise because we're going to be putting layers of color on. Okay. And then just soften, bring that down in here. Okay, down into this area. And yeah, maybe there. Okay. Then we'll bring in some of the purple. We'll just go straight in with the Dusty Concord. Bring some of that color in. Then we'll bring in the chipped sapphire, nice deep dark blue. Gonna put it on half. You'll see what half I put it on. Okay, go on the outside and then bring it in. It's always nice to have dark on the edges. I think we'll add a little more purple in there. And we'll bring in a little Distress Oxide, Dusty Concord. It's the same color as this Dusty Concord, but I mean, difference between Distress ink and oxide. This one will be more like a chalk color. It's not as dark. It'll have a different effect if you spray water on it too, but I wanted to throw a little of that. If you find that it's hard to work with distress inks, this lays on top of the paper a little longer, so you can actually smoosh it around a bit. It will go over your black lines though in most coloring books. Not particularly this one. Bringing some of that purple down in a stripe there. Okay, we'll throw a little of that on our wings too. I don't think I put any purple color in these berries down here. There we go. And I don't know if I colored all these feathers in either. Okay. I am going to spritz a little water up here. I don't think I've done that in this book. I don't know what it'll do, but I'm going to do it. I have a lot of wetness up here, so make sure we have water coming out of here. Leave it on for a little bit, and then you wipe it up. Keep getting the coming out like a stripe. I'm not like crazy about that, but we'll work with it. Don't want to get it on her face because she's all inked too. Get a little more up here. Do a little on her wings. Get them a little more transparent. There we go. If you don't like your effect here, you can always, after it dries and it has to completely dry, go back over it with some ink and you can knock down some of those colors. So I might do that later. But this is what we've got so far. And that is how she looks. I think she looks pretty good. I've got to let it dry, so I'm going to do that. And I'll take a picture at the end of the video and let you see. Just darken her upper lip here a little bit. See what she looks like now that she's done. Just going to darken it right there in the corner of her eye. There we go. Okay. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Bye now.